Hey troopers, Game Rookie here, and this is Game Rookie Chat. Okay guys, I'm back. We did eventually get the Sega CD port open. Perhaps the previous owner, like most kids, at least in my neighborhood, we never had any use for this port because we never had a Sega CD. So maybe I don't know. This may be the first time that port was opened ever. But just to make sure that it slides on and off with ease, because I would, eventually like to graduate. Is graduate the right word? We'll say add on. I would like to add on the Sega CD as a part of my collection. But let's see. Can we get it back on? Okay, it's a little rough. Ow. Okay, so that'll have to. It's a bit problematic. It does still maintain its the dust cover for the board. Wow, did that hit you guys in the eye? Oh, you know what? Rookie mistake. Game Rookie just made another rookie mistake. You are not supposed to blow on inputs, cartridges, things like that, because the saliva from your breath can damage things. So I'm sorry for doing that. I won't do that again. But yeah, it does look fine. I don't know if you guys can see that. Everything looks good. So let's put that dust cover back on there. I'm just concerned about how difficult it is to remove the cover. Feels like maybe this isn't the correct cover or something, I'm not sure. But it did snap back on fairly easy. So yeah, it does come off and on. So that's that. It's got a serial number there. We'll check out all of that. So yeah, let's listen for any loose parts. Sounds good. Doesn't sound like anything in there is loose. Okay. So very good. It's got a little wear and tear. Needs to be cleaned, but it's a good looking Genesis. Feels great, and it feels like it's got some heft, some weight. It feels like a serious console for a serious gamer. So that's that. There we go. Sega Genesis. Model 1. Again, guys, I owned the Model 2 growing up, so this is actually a piece of history that I never got to enjoy. And I'm really happy to be holding it in my hand. And so, if you've been wondering, that space is open, and it's been waiting for this moment. So the Sega Genesis now has a place of honor in my game room. So let's. One more thing we need to open. That is another piece of equipment that I ordered from Amazon, from eBay. This is supposed to be an officially licensed Sega Genesis RF adapter, so that we can play our Sega Genesis games, especially the light gun games that I'll be looking forward to playing on the Sega Minister, and perhaps even the light gun from the Master System if I were to get a power base adapter. But either way, I want to be able to play these games as they were intended to be played, and that is on a CRT television. So here we go. I have already taken it out of the package. Sorry if you missed that. Here we go. Looks good. This appears to be an officially licensed Sega product. As you can see there, has Sega on there. Auto RF switch. We've got this is where the antenna goes. Can you see that? Yeah, this is the antenna. And here's the RF switch, or the RF out. And this goes to the television. So here's my intention, guys. Right now, as we speak, my PlayStation 3 is up and running. It is playing, or it was previously playing on this CRT television through an absolutely horrendous showing on channel 13. So the audio was poor, it was terrible. The video was very subpar, but we were in fact playing PlayStation 3 on a CRT television. So now what I'm going to do, I have already disconnected the PlayStation 3 from the CRT, and first we're going to connect this officially licensed Sega Genesis RF switch adapter. I'm going to connect this here. This is the male end. I'm going to connect it to the back of our Sega Genesis. In fact, let me go grab it. I'm going to connect that here. Where it belongs, okay. And while we're connecting things, we might as well connect the power adapter. It's so weird doing things on the camera. Love that click. Okay. And again, it is already set to channel 3, it looks like. You know, I didn't test to see if this selector switch works right. It's pretty deep in there. I think I might need a pin to get in there. And I don't have a pin on me currently. So we'll check that out another day or another time. We may have to do that today if it doesn't work immediately. So yeah, that's all we're going to connect for now. I guess I can plug in the AV cable for later use, but you know what, I won't, just in case it sends the Genesis conflicting messages. So yeah, with that plugged in, we will go ahead and place our Sega Genesis prominently on its pedestal. Of course, plugging up the Sega Genesis is the last thing that we'll do. So let's position the power, I like to call it the power brick. I'm sure other gamers call it that as well. So let's just set this here for now, behind the television. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the end that goes from the Sega Genesis itself to the television. We're going to connect that in the back where the antenna normally goes. So currently I have the PlayStation 3 in there. I'm going to take that off. And we're going to plug in the Sega Genesis RF switch. It does actually screw on, so give me a second to get that on there. Nice and snug. Now, one of the problems with the PS3, the aftermarket PS3 connector that I bought, was that it did not have the screw-on capability, and so it was, the audio was bad, the video was bad, and that may have been in part because it did not have the material to screw on tightly. So basically, with an RF connection, an RF switch adapter, the tighter that you can make the connection, the better, because the better the audio and video quality will be. So there's that. Now, we have the Sega Genesis directly connected to the CRT television. What I'm going to do now is connect the PlayStation, which is still running, to the antenna port that is on the officially licensed Sega Genesis RF switch. So ideally, I will be able to play both Sega Genesis on the television and then turn off the Sega Genesis and play the PS3. We'll find out. Again, this may be a topic for another video, but for now, the two are one, they are connected. And let's go ahead and connect a controller. So that's one less thing we've got to do when it's time to play a game. Okay, so it's control. Let's say control 1 and control 2. So let's put it in for 1. I have no idea what will happen if I put it in 2 and try to play. Like with the PlayStation 3 and I'm sure other next-gen game systems, if you only have one controller in, it just automatically makes it controller 1. But that'd be an interesting little test. Okay, so looks like our setup should be complete. We've got everything we need to play Sega Genesis except for a game. I want to see what happens if I just start up the Sega Genesis without a game. Frankly, I don't remember, and hopefully it doesn't damage the Genesis. If it did, that's a really bad design flaw. But let's see. Now, right now, the Sega Genesis is not on. The PlayStation 3 is on. So if I switch to channel 13. So right now we are playing, or we are seeing PlayStation. Let's turn this down. Right now you're seeing PlayStation 3 on a CRT through a Sega Genesis RF adapter switch. You can hear the audio quality is kind of bad. The video is kind of bad. It actually looks better on the monitor than it does on the television. But there you go. I'm let's see now. I am playing. Well, I'm not gonna start the game, but let's pretend I'm playing PlayStation 3 Final Fantasy X to be specific on a CRT television through a Sega Genesis adapter. It's mind-blowing. So, but again, this is not why we're here. So let's switch back to channel 3, which is the channel I believe the Sega Genesis is set for. And I'm so used to new school gaming. Modern gaming, I guess. Well, yeah, we'll say new school. I never quite made it into modern gaming. Well, I had a PlayStation 1 when it was still relevant. So, I guess I was into modern gaming for a time. But, unlike the PlayStation 3, I cannot simply press a button on the controller to start up, I have to press the power button. So here we go, guys. I am going to turn on my Sega Genesis Model 1 for the first time ever. Here we go. Oh, it might help if I plug it in. Okay, give me a second. Okay, here we go. I am turning on my Sega Genesis Model 1 for the first time ever. Let's do it. I see the light. I see it showing up on the television. And of course, we've got a black screen, so we know it's working. But there's no game in there, so let's turn it off. And let's pick a random game. Alphabetically speaking, looks like I chose the last game on the list, Zoop. I'll do a proper review of this game in a later video. This is actually a pristine cartridge. It does appear to be a legitimate copy. Can you see that there, Sega? So yeah, it's a really good looking game, Zoop. Okay, so we're gonna stick that in just so that we can make sure the Genesis works. By the way, guys, I never owned this game. Hold on, let's listen for the snap. Oh, feels good. Okay, so I never owned this game. I don't think I've ever played this game. I've seen some video footage of it. I still got glass on the floor from when that door busted. Let's see, he shoots. Oh, he scores. Okay, so yeah, I've seen footage of this game, but I've never actually played it. So here we go. Now I am turning on my Sega Genesis for the first time with a game inside. Here we go. Nothing.